Millions and millions of homes are not only overpriced, they're overbuilt. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It is very important to stay close to the channel in these very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, we have millions and millions of homes, not only still overpriced, but overbuilt. This is going to contribute to the continued mounting in the foreclosure crisis that is now brewing. It's actually time to start talking about the foreclosure crisis. Why, you ask? I'm about to tell you, because anytime we've placed the housing market in a bubble, regardless of what the culprit was that put it there, we've always had foreclosure crises. So it's so important for us to be forward thinking, critical thinking, ahead of the curve, acknowledging the elephant in the room. So when these things play out, we're less blindsided by it, less paralyzed by fear, and able to operate more efficiently within it. So one of the things that I currently see is where you're going to have certain areas with concentrated levels of foreclosures. It's just the realities of the way it is. We've talked about this before. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel right away. There's never been a more important time to get forward thinking, critical thinking, centered and surrounded with like-minded people and friends. We've talked about this before. One of the things that we're going to see is areas where people recently bought over this past couple years at the height of the market, as the market now trends the opposite direction, and we see the fractures in our U.S. economy, our global economy, now threatening of significant recession blowback. And that was just pure what goes up must come down. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. It's basic mathematics. Runaway inflation in a risen interest rate environment is going to calm these markets down. We are going to go back to pre-pandemic levels, if not a full-blown depressionary level of a downturn, which will, in fact, completely slam many areas here in America. And why America is so important is because the U.S. housing market is the biggest asset class in the world. That's why we have so many foreign investors buying here, but they're all running for the exits. But unfortunately, millions and millions of investors and people alike drank the Kool-Aid in this artificial economy, believing that this could somehow last forever. And they were basically duped. They were double-crossed, in my opinion. This is insane. I don't know if this was on accident or on purpose. We'll get out of the problem and in the solution, forward thinking, critical thinking, because in fact, friends, that's exactly what's happened here. This was almost double-crossed by the crisis. The crisis double-crossed people. The wealth effect created just this out of touch with reality climate that we're now seeing. So today we're going to go ahead, courtesy of one of you, our subscribers sent in a property to drive our point home. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a property today. Then we're going to meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started. All right, friends, our subscriber writes, this has been sitting on the market for 233 days with just 47 saves in a prime location of Plano in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. I don't see any reason why it went unsold earlier this year during the bubble. Well, let's jump on over to the property and see if we can find out. And let's get started. Headed over to this property. Buckle up and strap in. This is going to be a barn burner as we examine why this property is in fact still stuck on the market. Now let's take a little sneak peek of our property. It looks like we have a massive neighborhood packed in with mini McMansions stacked in on top of each other. These are usually the neighborhoods that get the highest concentration of foreclosures, overbuilt for the area, in complete FOMO factories. Now, as we move inside, we can see we're empty. Something's going on with this property. No owner, no tenant, no nothing. Let's keep moving along to see if it reveals anything else. And as we can see, the pictures are relatively good, but somehow I have a sneaking suspicion that these might have been smartphone photos and not professionally taken. And what's with the leftover things left behind in the house? You would think you would clear everything out. or maybe have it professionally staged. But no, something is going on here. Somebody ran for the exits, apparently. Let's get into the numbers. Here we go. We're currently stuck on the market at $660,000. Let's look a little deeper. A lovely two-story home, well appointed, with a beautiful kitchen and a covered patio. But we are stuck on the market for 233 days with only 48 saves. Let's keep going. And our mid-range value is around $650,000, with our lower range around $617,000, which is in fact where a property stuck on the market should be at its lower end. And as we can see here, they originally came on the market around $700,000, now at $660,000 with no movement. At their current list price, you would be at approximately $4,800 a month for your mortgage alone, not including your other costs associated with the property. And your estimated rent for a property here is $3,500 a month. Your mortgage payment would be way above that, making this property far from penciling out. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. Welcome back. So what do you think? Do you see what I'm talking about? These are homes overbuilt, high concentration of homes just stacked on top of each other. These are FOMO factories, and they're empty. They're sitting empty for, a year now. This is insane. Where properties used to go off the market before you could even get a for sale sign in the yard, now they're stuck on the market. Looking like this one, insane. And these are potential, the up and coming foreclosures. And again, pennies on the dollar purchases will be out there. We're going to continue to heat map and temperature check it so we can examine which areas are going to present the best buying opportunity. Or maybe you just want to know where is in trouble, who's next. And like I've said, with this one, data is a lagging indicator. Data will tell you what happened. There's a lot of things data can tell us, but one of the things it can't tell us what happens in a deep cycle recession. It can't tell us the psychology of people, the psychology of sales. These areas, it is cooled off in just such a crazy way. There is no way this one sustains itself. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life, understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever recorded in history. It's having its blowback. The dust is settling, and people are now, in fact, paying the piper. We looked at a situation today of exactly that. Somebody overpaid for a house. They're stuck on the market. They're unwilling to do the necessary price cuts to get the property off the market, probably because they can't. They are handcuffed by the house. I've always talked about this. Once you no longer own your house, it owns you because you can't sell it for what you owe on the property. You're done. The clock is now ticking before a foreclosure sign is in that yard. We're going to continue to see this trend continue to migrate. My guess, by this time next year, we're in a full-blown throes of an economic crisis and more specifically, a foreclosure crisis. Don't be surprised if it happens quicker, because just as fast as this bubble is created, it's in fact reversed course. If you appreciate the content, I do want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in America, I have a network of top-rated agents ready to assist you. It would be our absolute honor and privilege to do so. There's an email in the description for you as well. If you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.